2024 seems to be the year of international football as the Asian Cup comes to Qatar, and I got my early door predictions and they're coming at you next. Today we take a early look, in fact, at the Asian Cup. That's right, come at you out in Qatar, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. All things Asian Cup related, Papa Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one rooski. Of course, over the next few days, we're going to take a deep, dark look at, of course, the Asian Cup and my early door predictions for each and every one of the groups. That's right, of course. So make sure you get your own picks in, who you think will go through, who you think will go home, in the comment section down below. But before we get into it, big shout out once again to my VIPs. They are the patrons, that's right. And of course, make sure you subscribe, you smash the old likey, get the YouTube algorithm work for you, because we're going to cover the Asian Cup in extensive detail when, of course, it kicks off at the start of 2024. But let's get into it. So here we go, folks. Here we bloody go with a quick, hard look at, of course, Group A. That's right. But before we take a look at Group A, let's take a look at, of course, the countries that make up this group out in the Qatar. These are my early door predictions. They are likely to change when we get closer to the tournament, of course. But I wanted to get my initial thoughts out there so you can have a little look at what I'm thinking. And maybe you agree or disagree. Kick it all off with the hosts. That's right, Qatar coming at you. They've been to the tournaments 11 times in the past. Of course, last time was back in 2019 when they won the bloody things. They're the champion. Are they the champions? Of course, the champions. That's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'd love to be corrected. But they did win it back in 2019. They qualified as second round Group E winners, but of course they are the hosts, so they were always going to qualify. Joining Qatar in Group A is Lebanon. This is going to test my flag knowledge. Lebanon coming at you, of course, second round Group H runners-up. They've been in the tournament 3 times in the past. Last time was back in 2019. They've never made it out of the group stages to try and do that this time around. Joining them is China. Oh, yes, China. They were the original hosts, qualified second round Group A. So maybe, of course, initially China were expected to host this, but it's going to be Qatar. They were in the tournament 13 times in the past. Last time around was in 2019. They were runners-up. They've never won it twice, in 84 and 2004. Every time the year ends with a 4, they come out on top. So maybe, just maybe, even though technically this is 2023. But anyway, China alongside them, and then joining them these guys. Now, I am scratching my head on the flag department. This must be... Who the bloody heck is this? I'm struggling. It is Tajikistan. Of course, it's Tajikistan. We all know that. Come on, Dirk. Get the flag. No, it's Tajikistan. This is their first. It's their debut. That's why I don't know. I've never seen these guys before. Debut, but they did qualify as Group F winners, and these could be a dark horse. Not only this group, but of course the tournament itself. So Tajikistan coming at you right here, right now. Those are the countries. These are the games, of course, coming at you over in Group A. So where am I? Where am I on all amongst this? Well, I'm right down here at the bottom of the show. So we're going to take a look at it. My gut feeling, of course, kicking it all off on the 12th of Jan. We have the host, the champions, it's Qatar, up against Lebanon, of course, in what I think is a 3-horse race for 2 spots. Of course, the third team can technically qualify, kind of like the Euros, with the a handful of the top 3 best teams. We'll have a sort of final video once we've done the groups. Each and every day we'll do the breakdown of the bracket, how I think it'll work out, and then of course I'll reveal my winner. Anyway, so Qatar against Lebanon coming at you on the 12th of Jan, of course, and it'll be opening day. All eyes on this one, of course. Qatar put on a good performance in the World Cup when they hosted it just around about 12 months ago, and I think they'll continue with it off with a 2-0 win over Lebanon, a team that I think will be a bit of a whipping boy in this one. I did have the second game on 13th of Jan. It is China, original host, of course. They're still trying to be a powerhouse in this division or in this part of the world football, but they've not really rose above the game. And I kind of just initially went with my gut here, and that was, of course, going with China, I think, to win this one 3-1. But having read how Tajikistan qualified as group winners, they might be, like I said, a dark horse here. But I'm going to stick to it, stick to my guns. China, of course, we'll have a lot of backing here, and we'll try and give it a go in the best attempt to try and get out of this group. So I'm going with a 3-1 win for China. Then we have Lebanon against China. Of course, Lebanon, of course, staring at defeat right now and staring at the trap door if they do get back-to-back defeats. Of course, they could squeak in with that third-place playoff, depending on what goes on. I think with my mathematics and my recap of what went on in the Euro predictions, 3 points will get you probably through to the last 6. Lebanon against China on the 17th of Jan, of course, matched in number 2 in this group. I do think China will come out on top against Lebanon, of course, who recap, they qualified as runners-up. That's right. So China, second round Group A runners-up also. So both of those two sides, two nations, were runners-up in their respective qualifying campaign, but China coming out on top in this one to make it 2 wins on the bounce and looking like at least a runners-up spot. Tajikistan against Qatar. I don't think anyone's going to argue with this one. Qatar should come out on top as hosts, as champions, and of course a nation that's trying to become regulars at World Cups, and despite hosting the last one, they want to kind of be there or thereabouts each and every time. Then, of course, it built up to a tasty final one here in Group A with Qatar, but 2 wins so far against China, of course. And again, with that home backing, I think Qatar should not lose this game. I am backing China to cause some problems, but I think goal difference may or may not swing in the favour of Qatar. I've not looked at how this all pans out. I've just done my picks and put their image on there. I've not really paid too much attention, but I think mathematically China might nick this one. Tajikistan against Lebanon, it all comes down to this one. And again, I have Tajikistan getting 3 points, which may or may not be enough to qualify as a champion. So, quick look at the odds here then. Of course, the odds do have Tajikistan as 100-1 to lift the trophy at the end of it. Lebanon, I think much stronger actually, 66-1. So maybe I've got this all wrong. And Lebanon are at least third favourites here. China, 16-1 to go the distance. Qatar, second favourites to lift the trophy at the end of the competition, of course. But in my picks, I do have Lebanon bottom with no points. Of course, played 3, lost 3, no goals scored, staring at defeat in the end. Meanwhile, Tajikistan with the 3 points in third spot, kind of how I imagined it. But again, according to the odds, they look like the underdogs. Qatar in second spot. Wow, causing a bit of problems there, and leaving China top dogs are level on points with Qatar. Goal difference, just that extra goal, pushing them in top spot to put themselves in command of their own destiny as they head into the last 16 bracket. But who will they face? Well, we'll have to find that out in another video. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Those are my early door predictions for this group. Make sure you get your thoughts and opinions down below and let me know who you think will qualify through to the last 16 and beyond. But until then, of course, we're going to keep up to date with, of course, our early door predictions for the Asian Cup each and every day this week. And, of course, leading up to a bracket reveal at the end of it. So make sure you subscribe, thumbs up. Of course, a non-stop shop for the Asian Cup continues as we edge closer to it. We'll keep up to date with it. We may even dig out the cat for some Cast the Cat prediction. We'll see about that. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, we'll catch you later for the next one.